Evening, y'all. Well, it is evening now. It was about midday when I did this. I know this video kind of sucks. The quality ain't the best. It's got this, the light streams or whatever coming on the screen. Didn't realize that when I set the camera up. But it is what it is. And I just wanted to describe a little bit of my first time sharpening a bandsaw. Now, I've sharpened skill saw blades, table saw blades, radial arm saw blades, chainsaw, all that stuff. But this is completely new to me. I mean, everything has its own technique on how you sharpen it. But this here is something that's completely new to me. I'm not used to having to only grind or sharpen the back of the tooth. And so I'm a little bit, nervous about this whole deal. I mean, it's like, I've never heard of sharpening this way, but that's what everybody's telling me. And my vision is not the best, so when I first started sharpening this thing, I was not holding the blade, the grinder flat to the surface. I thought I had it, but then upon a little bit further inspection, I seen I was a little bit off, and I was grinding the tip of the tooth down a little bit further than it should have been done. I corrected that after I sharpened about 12 inches of teeth, and the rest of them turned out really good. It did cause some problems me doing that. I should have stayed with it exactly the way I was. At least all the teeth was consistently the same depth. But it wasn't, and it created another problem for when I was cutting. It did cut super sharp. The cutting was actually excellent as far as the sharpness of the bandsaw. But my next video, you'll see what I'm talking about, and I'll talk about it on there too. Never mind the background noise that's in here. There's a couple of friends that were over here, and they were talking about some gardening stuff, and I figured I needed to do this. So the one friend of mine, he'd come up there, and he wanted me to cut him a slab of oak to make a shelf out of. And I knew I needed to sharpen the tooth, so that's what I'm doing here, to sharpen the teeth on this here so I could slab them off a piece of oak. But the grinder that I'm using, I got the wrong size wheel, and I put it on there. It was a 4-inch wheel, and I think my grinder's like a 3.5, so I had to take the guard off. But no big deal. And no, I'm not wearing safety glasses either. I know where the sparks are flying. They ain't going to bounce off into my eyes. Let's see here. What else can I tell you about this whole deal? I'll just tell you, I was nervous my very first time sharpening this. And I shouldn't have been. These blades are only I paid like $15, I believe it was. I can't remember exactly. But I know you can get them a lot cheaper on the internet. I shouldn't have been afraid to do this first time. So what if you ruin a blade? If you learn something from that sharpening. In my next blade, I'm sure I'll learn a little bit more, but I won't ruin the blade like I did this. This blade here is, I'm going to take it off and before I use it again. Not on the next video, you'll see me cutting with it, but after that I'm going to take that blade off and put another one on there. I might even put one of my dull ones on in there just to sharpen it up and do some playing around with that before I use my last few good blades. I think I might even have 6 of them left. I don't know. I got enough left. But let's see here. What else can I tell you about this thing? Well, I can tell you that I feel comfortable that next time I'll be able to do a really good job. So y'all out there that are contemplating, don't be afraid to. But when you get one of these, make sure that you got a grinder, a little 4-inch grinder or something. Sharpening these things are really easy. Just got to take the time to make sure that you're hitting it flat on the back of the tooth and you're being consistent on every tooth. It's not too difficult. Well, just remember, y'all, if the girls can't find you handsome like me, they can at least find you handy like me. And if they can't find you handy like me, just pray that they find you. Y'all come back now, yeah.